the one right here that doesn't have a target.
The one with no target. What?
He's getting the gear. Where's Cliff? There you go. Yeah, that would. 50 yards. Okay.
Well, we are North Country Sportsman's Club, and we try to get people back outside to do things they love that they can't do.
So this is a partnership between basically 4 entities, and actually there was several other partners involved in this. The Bravehearts Estate, which is a group formed out of Operation Injured Soldier. They provided the housing for many of the veterans. The Tip of the Mitt Quality Deer Management Association is a sportsman's group. They provided volunteer guides, so folks who volunteered to accompany hunters into the woods. And then the folks from the North Country Sports Club, who did the same thing. And those guys have been doing this for a number of years as well. And so the Little Traverse Conservancy came in when we realized that they had a need for privately owned land to get these hunters on. That's the way they comply with the state law for the independence hunt. And even though our land is open to the public, it's technically privately held.
It doesn't matter if you're a vet or you're disabled. All you have to do is meet that criteria, and we will do what we can do to get you a deer. We've got some guys that's got cancer, we got guys that's got disabilities, we have some guys that are just 100% disabled, and we do this. And our goal is to keep this going.
We've got Chris here. He's never shot a deer in his life. He's actually blind, so this is an opportunity for him to get out, and we're gonna see what we can do for him, get him a deer. We've got a camera that goes on the scope. He actually tucks it in tight to him, and then me and him are almost like one. I'll be his eyes, and he pulls the trigger, and then we
Just like you witnessed us holding it
we
there?
go from there. Right now we're in a
pretty
group
good.
of half-inch off is all. So I mean we're right there in that group, so it's
Nice and stable. We're
good.
right on target.
These are people that might have done this when they were kids, and then they went off and defended our country. And something happened to them over there that they can't just walk out the door anymore and do this.
I seen a 69-year-old lady shoot a doe and was so excited she jumped out of her prosthetic legs and started running across the field with just her nubs to see her deer.
This guy got shot trying to protect local civilians, and then he went back in and got shot again. And you can't, I can't put my brain around that. There's no way I can appreciate that to the full extent.
You've seen some of what we got going on here. This is only part. The big part starts tomorrow morning when these guys get out and shoot a deer. You see one of these guys when you're there, it makes a world difference when you see the look on their face and their surprise. And they shoot a doe and they act like it's a moose, because they don't get the opportunity to do this.
Well, I'd heard about a friend of mine. She's an amputee who's hunting downstate this year. She usually hunts with this group. She gave me a number. I called them and said, yeah, I want to do a hunt if you don't mind. And they're like, sure. Let me find you a partner and we'll get you set up.
One of them described it the way I like it the best. All they need is a little bit of help to do what everybody else can do without a little bit of help. And for the experience I had, it was just a little bit of help. That's all they needed, but it made a huge difference.
And some people would say, what are you doing? You're blind, you're going out hunting. What would you say to them?
Why not?
got a good partner.
You drive? Why not? That's the only thing I can't do is drive. Oh, for me, it's actually connecting with nature and using nature as a guide. I mean, she is very good at guiding us. I mean, the sun, you can feel the sun on your face, on your hands. You can feel the flow of the water. You can feel the wind through the trees. And it's just all the sounds that come with it, the different sounds from walking across pine needles and leaves and dirt trails. It's just a connection with nature. It's actually almost like an extension of yourself.
And the way we keep this going is like through the conservatory. They're donating their property. So we have a place to hunt because that property has to be private because the state won't let them go on state property during this hunt. Without the Conservancy's help this year, we would be 8 guys short that wouldn't be able to hunt because it has to be on private property.
How many times will you hear, if all you do is talk to people with the same ideology and the same ideas, you learn nothing. You don't expand your own view. And so this is one of those examples where everybody got together. We had a common goal. And, with the veterans and with the disabled folks in particular, I don't know many people who don't want to help those folks if they can. And the question is, what can you do? And so this is one of those cases where, you had people from maybe different backgrounds and we came to the table from different places, but in the end, we all were able to bring what we had, and the synergy, 1 + 1 does not equal 2. 1 + 1 can equal 3 or 5 or 10, and I think that's the case here for sure. I know I got a heck of a lot more out of it than just the time I put into it.
We need to conserve the land because if we continue to grow uncontrolled, or if we even have managed growth, we still have to have greenery to disconnect from the hubbub of everyday life and society. I've lived in big cities such as Norfolk, Virginia. I've been in San Diego, and you don't have a lot of green space there, and that disconnects us from the land, and we need that connection with the land. Green space is just as crucial as housing is to the life of the human being.
My whole thing is getting people outside. We do fly fishing class for the kids, and we do squirrel tournaments, and anything to get people back outdoors and get them off them laptops and them cell phones is a great thing. We have a great, beautiful outdoors out there, and people don't really realize what they're missing.
I remember I was showing him a spot that he was going to hunt the next day that I had set up, and he said, "Oh man, thanks a lot. I just really appreciate this." And I said, "Dude, how many times did you get shot? This is nothing." So, we were brought to tears. Our whole team brought to tears on many of these stories.
But I love it. I love the outdoors. I love the environment. Listening to the lake, nature, it's beautiful. It's very serene, and I love it.
The key thing is not looking what you get out of it in a financial gain. It's what you get out of it in here. And that's the whole thing. It's what you get right here when it's all said and done.